Welcome back. I'm joined by Tyrese Johnson and Connor Cummings to get their opinions on the upcoming NFL draft. Gentlemen, we are 16 days away. Which player will have the largest impact on their team?
I'm going to say Eddie Lacy from Alabama. He's going to be drafted number 26 overall by the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers have lacked running backs, really a 1,000-yard rusher since Ryan Grant in 2009. He's still on the roster, but he's not gotten above 600 yards in the last 4 years. And just because their offense is number 9th in the league, their rushing was number 20th, and they really need a running back to help step up, and Eddie Lacy can do that.
I'm going to have to go with Geno Smith. I definitely think that he's going to get drafted by the Bills. I think the Bills have shown that they have a lot of the right tools and pieces, re-signing Tashard Choice, definitely having Steve Johnson. But I think they're looking for that dynamic quarterback to bring them into place. You know, they definitely signed Kevin Cobb, which was, people think he might be a starter. But if you look at the Arizona Cardinals and the Philadelphia Eagles, I think they'll tell you otherwise. You bring in Geno Smith, you have him, shadow under Cobb, bring him into, and I think he's going to have the biggest impact overall for his team.
Yeah, you never even know. Cobb might, instruct Geno his first year, and that might be a good thing for Buffalo. And then I'm not sure if Eddie Lacy will be around with the 26th pick for the Green Bay Packers, but we will see. But going back to Geno Smith, does he deserve to be a top 10 draft pick, Tyrese?
Hands down, he does. I mean, let's look at it this way, right? His third year, junior year, you bring in a new head coach into West Virginia. The guy comes going from a little over 2,000 plus yards to now 4,000 in his junior and senior season, okay? You look at a lot of the talent in the draft. My philosophy is this: you draft to your needs, okay? The guy's shown that he doesn't turn over the ball. He's had under 10 interceptions throughout his entire career at West Virginia.
He's so inconsistent, though. There's some games like against Baylor, which was okay this year. They didn't have RG3 like they did the year before, where he had over 600 yards, and then a few weeks later he goes against Kansas State, which was number 4 at the time, and he had only like 140. He's incredibly inconsistent. I don't think he's ready to play at that level right now. He could be in the future, but right now he's not an impact player.
Yeah, I definitely have to agree. I mean, this is not a quarterback class like we had last year with RG3 and Luck and Wilson. I mean, he'll probably end up going in the top 10, but I'm not really sure if he deserves to be there. Now, of course, we always have those guys in the 6th and 7th round who are your sleepers. Last year, Alvin Morris for the Washington Redskins was clearly a sleeper in the draft. Who do you have as your sleeper pick this year, Connor?
I have Alex Carter, which is the quarterback from Western Michigan. I'm really digging deep right here. It's possibly that he doesn't even get drafted, because a lot of people are thinking he might be those undrafted free agent. He had over 3,000 yards his sophomore and junior years at Western Michigan. And he had only 1,600 this year, but he was hurt for half the season, so he probably would have had another 3,000-yard season.
I'm going to go with Tavon Austin from West Virginia. I'm loving the Mountaineers today. My thing with Tavon Austin, when you look at the guy who is not only going to be able to fit in any type of offense, I look at him going within the middle of the first round, maybe to a team like the Pittsburgh Steelers, and definitely having that framework of a Percy Harvin type. He can run the ball, he can return for you, he can catch. I think he brings a level of impact that, to me, honestly, I don't see too many other guys being able to do for their team within their rookie year.
Is he a sleeper pick, though? He's probably the number 1 or number 2 wide receiver in the draft.
I think
he could be a top 10
I think he's
pick.
number 1. I think he's number 1, but you never know. We'll just have to wait 16 days to find out.
Very true.
We're out of time on this block, but when we return, Matt will sit down with our NBA experts. Stay tuned.